A few years ago, we started making Sprite's dog food. She still does eat some kibble food, but as she's aged, we've found that she does better with a little bit of soft food as well. I started her on a commercial brand and noticed that pretty quickly it seemed like her energy levels went downhill. And we didn't want that for her. So I started giving her a mix of cooked chicken, rice, vegetables, and fruits. Over time, that sort of turned out to be a hassle, because while I could mix it up in a big batch and freeze it, it meant that the food had to be monitored very carefully for making the right amount to have thawed out and consistently making sure that she was finishing a batch in a reasonable time frame so that it didn't go bad in the fridge. When we got the freeze dryer, it seemed to make a lot more sense to go ahead and just make her freeze-dried food, which is shelf stable and we can mix up fresh for her daily. So that's what we do now. So today we're going to show you what we put in her dog food and exactly how we mix that up. So here we have about 1 3/4 pounds wet weight of freeze-dried burger. So it's about 3 cups. We're going to go ahead and put that into our bowl. And we normally make about 5 pounds or so of ground beef at a time, and we just seal it up in these vacuum sealed bags for mixing up, and we do about that much at a time. In these jars we have sweet potatoes, broccoli, egg for additional proteins and fats, and green beans. And this is a mix that we've found works really well for her. She enjoys it, she eats it well, and it's a nice, pretty nutritionally balanced meal. So we put about a cup of sweet potato in there, and about 3/4 of a cup of broccoli florets, and then this is about 3/4 of a cup of dried green beans. And we're just going to go ahead and mince those up a little bit into a rough powder. We don't really want these all the way powdered. When they reconstitute in little pieces, they absorb the water very, very quickly. So we just want them to be in basically bite-sized chunks for her. So you can see that's starting to break down. I think we'll give it just a couple more bursts. And that should do it. If you have anything that looks like it's not broken up enough, you can break it up by hand. But all of that, except for a couple of the broccoli pieces, look like they'll be just fine. And then to this, I'll add about a cup of egg powder. We just mix that all together. And you can see this is mostly burger. And this is just meant to give her some extra food that she likes the taste of, some extra protein, and the vitamins, of course, from the fresh freeze-dried vegetables. So that's how we make our dog food. She eats about a 1/4 cup of this twice a day with a little under a 1/4 cup of kibble. So we're gonna go ahead and get this put into jars and into vacuum sealed bags. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Spritey, is it time for breakfast? Are you hungry?
So you can see the sweet potato and the hamburger all rehydrate, and the broccoli. There's a little bit of raw egg in there as well, as you saw earlier. But there you go. Let's take it in and see if the dog wants to eat.
She's like, why are you guys watching me? I'm just trying to eat breakfast.